Hello, TMP scholars. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's session. And some of might be feeling overwhelming and total bouncer, but that happens, especially if you are not watch the assignment video. Then live session might become bouncer because when I speak in live session, I presume that you have watched assignment video so that I don't have to describe it again and again. So even if you feel that it was too much, don't worry. We have 3 more months. This was just the first session. Many things will be covered in your GTL meetings or G50 meetings or subsequent live sessions and chat discussion and GTL. Today we are starting a discussion on next module, that is technical analysis. In a stock market, two types of analysis are very famous. That is, one is fundamental analysis and technical analysis. And there are two different camps. Those fight each other. Who is the better? But we are the people who are at the central level. We do things in moderation, neither extremes. So we take relevant content from the fundamental analyst and relevant content from the technical analysis. We are SWAN. We are not interested to become judge who is better and who is not. Fundamental analysis we discussed in last many videos as well as in a first live session. It was all fundamental analysis. It tells us what to buy. When we discuss that when we are buying index, that is Nifty BIS, we don't need any analysis except macroeconomics, that is inflation, interest rate, etc. For the buying of bonds, we need to analyze the uh, interest rate uh, and YTM and interest rate cycle as well. Now we will discuss cycles in detail. So as we progress, you start connecting dots slowly. It is impossible to teach everything in a at that particular point and go in a sequence. Some people might be expecting that it seems a discrete discussion, but that's not. This is how it we can cover 90% topic of fund managers in just 3 months, which is actually 3 years subject. We are taking just the relevant point. This is how I'm going to discuss because this has worked to thousands of scholars, so it will work to you as well. So technical analysis here is now, this is everything related to the data and numbers. Now there are no stories like that who is good promoter, who is bad, what he is doing, how many branches you open in Africa, that all are stories. Here we are speaking only numbers, and those numbers for of the price behavior. We have discussed that ultimately price is everything. Bhav Bhagwan che. Because whatever fundamental analysis, whatever analysis you do, when you place the order, you have to put the price. So analysis of price is called as technical analysis. Analysis of profitability and business is called as fundamental analysis. We learn fundamental analysis of companies based on the health and growth. We haven't discussed anything about price of shares of Hindustan Unilever. We discuss only business and profitability. Technical analysis is discussion of price over the period of time. That is technical analysis. So definition of technical analysis is the analysis of the price behavior of security over the period of time to predict the future price movement. Full stop. That is definition. Then how to do it, we are going to discuss in next 2 weeks. So let's start with the discussion. We have seen in the previous video data analysis. Now we have two types of data. One is time series data and other is random data. So if you see the this previous data we discussed previously, this is a random data. That means here time is not there. It's not related to anything related to point of time. It's random data. But we'll discuss what is a time series data. Time series data is like this, okay, where dates are written here and the prices are written here. How to download data? I have shown you. You go to the NSC India website, go to the resources, click the historical report, and on this page you get the capital market data, derivative market data, debt market data. As of now, you just select the capital market data, select the second one, security, and you select the index as well. You can select the index data, Nifty data. But I'm just showing the Reliance, and you select here, put the security symbol, let's say Reliance, and select the equity, EQ, and you can select the time frame 1 month or 1 year, let's say 1 year, and you get the data. You will get this file, you download this, it will be downloaded here, you open it, it will look like this. This is the time series data. One dimension is time, second dimension is price. So this is two dimensional data. Clear? Price is one dimensional, uh, time is second dimensional, and if you want to go little higher, the volume is mentioned here, so this become third dimension. But we are not interested in volume at WealthCon, because it, according to us, it does not add more significance for our trading purpose. It might be useful for the intraday tips trader, it is not relevant to us, so we just remove it. We keep only four prices: open price, high price, low price, and close price. We remove all other prices, and we keep only now time and price. That's it. We take number of days in 1 year. Write down, in 1 year there are approximately 244 to 250 days, trading days. Okay, let's see, 249. But for TMP, we consider approximately 250 days, because trading days are Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sundays, holiday, and there might be some holiday of 26 Jan or some festival. So approximately 250 days are trading days. Calendar days are 365. Understand these terminologies. These are calendar days. In 1 year, there are 365 calendar days. These are trading days, working days. In last 1 year, there were 249. Sometime there are 246 as well. Because if holidays are on weekdays, but for practical purpose or consistency, we consider 250 days. Okay. This is a time series data. There is time, time frame, and attached value or tagged value. What is time frame? Time, let's say 1 year, there are 250 days in trading days in 1 year. We divided this 250 or 1 year data into 250 frames. Okay, now entire 1 year is a window. So write down the definition of window. Time window is the entire duration of time. Let's say if you are considering 1 year, it is 1 year time. If you are seeing data of 5 years, it will be 5 year time window. Now window is divided into multiple frames. Okay, multiple frames. Let's say this is a daily frame. Okay, that is 1 day. Now there are chart where there can be 5 minutes time frame, 1 hour time frame, 2 minutes time frame, etc., etc. But the basic concept is frame is one unit of time, and multiple frame will become a window. Okay, you can remember this is actually window and single frames, right? So I mentioned time frame, time window. Window is entire period. and time frame is a single unit in that. So for the data means numbers. Okay, in medicine also we learn this data analysis in second year MBBS. If you remember, we have subject of biostatistics, and it was our optional subject, but still we have to use whenever we publish our medical report or research, we have to see the data, because data is god to the scientist. So in fact, data has reduced importance of god since last 500 years, because before that everyone used to say, what is the proof? Whatever you are speaking, what is the proof? The priest used to say that god has said, and it is written in that particular book. So that's that story end. But now for scientists, if you ask to any medical, even in conference, what is the proof, he will not say this is written in and this is said by god. He'll say this is the data of our study, and this is not god. So data is god to the scientist. And for finance as well, we need some data and data analysis to make a proper judgment, rather than the taking help of astrology, stars, Jupiter, Mars. We can refer to the data. Once data we collected, now this is just a raw data. Uh, you cannot make any sense out of this data. So we'll have to do some processing. So first is data collection or input, that I told you, data input. Now please understand these things, you don't have to do manually, everything is including you software. But since you are beginner, since you are learner, you understand what goes behind the uh, screen. Okay, because once you know the fundamentals, because if something is wrong in the screen, you will, if you have basics, you will immediately understand. For example, I'll give our own example. We as a radiologist are trained as a technician for first few months in the radiology department. We do scans, we give contrast, we do filming, everything. When we were posted in the CT scan department, and we were asked to do scan, we got angry. We didn't dare to speak to our seniors, but senior resident gets angry at why we are become radiologist, our job is to report, not to scan, and what nonsense is this? But our teachers know, our teacher knew that this is the first step. So we had to take the x-rays and developing, etc. We did not understand that importance that time, but mechanically we did. I understood that important when I started reporting. Okay, when I started reporting, so when I joined as a new consultant radiologist, so technician tried to give me a GAN that, sir, this is not proper. I said, go and repeat the scan. Don't talk nonsense. I know how to do scan, and what is a mistake? You change this parameter. So उसको लगा कि मेरे को क्या आता है. So because I knew all parameter, all technical factors. So just image is not the everything. We have to go beyond image, and that's what is in technical analysis as well. If you directly go and find shortcuts on YouTube and directly put indicator, moving average, up and crossover and all things, you will not understand uh, whenever there is a problem. So what are the applications in data analysis uh, or functions we do? We have geometry, we learn in 7th grade, geometry, arithmetic and statistics. This is also a very basic 7th grades mathematics only. For example, एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन, डिवीजन, ये तो थर्ड स्टैंडर्ड का है. एंड इवन दिस इज अप टू 7th grade, everything is covered. This is also covered in the school days. Graph, okay, I shown you a graph paper, y axis, x axis, lines, okay, triangles, okay, or rectangle. These are the things we use in technical analysis, and these are very basics. Then there is average, median, standard deviation, skew. These things we use in analysis of stocks or technical analysis, and this help us to make a decision to buy or not buy, sell or not sell. That's it. I will not explain how to add, how to subtract, how to multiply, how to division, because now everyone is doctor. It is not required. But I have mentioned how to take ratio and rate as well in a live session or as well as previous video. For example, you invested 100 and 120 rupees. 120 rupees invested in one share and it becomes 160. How much is the growth rate or return we take as a second value divided by first value? Okay, minus 1 in into 100. Okay, so 33% return. Now these words return and growth rate are one and same. It is just change from one point A to point B. So what I took here the second and first value. So this is called as a rate. And if you take the just ratio, second by divided by first, this is the ratio 1.32. Okay. Actually, ratio and rates are very simple, because if you uh, minus 1 from a ratio, okay, it becomes nothing but the rate. And if you multiply by 100, it becomes not rate. Okay, so I can write like this: rate. Now this is growth rate, interest rate, return, all are one and same, is equal to nothing but the ratio minus 1 into 100. That's it. It's very simple. So if you understand the ratio, you understand the rate as well. Now these are the next two terms as very important: exponential and logarithm. Why this is important? Because these terminologies are coming in our master equation of finance. And if you do not know master equation of finance, you really can't become a good investor. You can't. No one can. Because this is the soul of the finance, where amount is equal to principal into 1 plus rate of return and raised to number of years. This is exponential function. Exponential function. Now I'll explain what exponential function is. Suppose if you write 2 plus 2, okay, it becomes multiplication. 2 plus 2, it becomes multiple. If you write 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, then you can see 2 plus 2 4, 4 uh, 4 2 2 multiplied by 2, 2 multiplied by 2 4, 4 multiplied by 2 8, then 16 and 32. So this is 32. Okay, 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied. But if there are, how many times you multiply by? 1 2 3 4 times. So instead of this, we can write 2 is multiplied by 4 times and it becomes 32. This is exponential. It is actually a compression of multiplication. If you write this way and this way, it is one and same. This is multiplication. Sorry, exponential function. So you understood exponential function. So I will write now here. Suppose you were given a value of 32, you are given value of 2 as well, and if you want to find out value of 4, Now you know that in mathematics, if there are three values and two values are given, we can find out third, any of these three. Then we can find by the function called as logarithmic function. Okay, logarithmic. How it is done? uh, Now I want to let's say if I rewrite the equation 2x is equal to 32, and now I want to know what is this number exponential. So how do we do in mathematics? We take the logarithmic uh, of 32, and what is the base? This word number is called as base, and this number is called as exponent. So log of 32 at the base of 2 is nothing but the x. Whatever the value this number will give, it will be number of years. Now I'll show calculation exactly. Now Excel function, we can use direct Excel function as well. Okay. If you don't know Excel, don't worry, it is not required. But this is just understanding. You understand the functions or parameters or how these are done in mathematics. So log of 32, we are taking log of 32 is the value. Here's, you can see the number, log of number comma base. What is the base? Base was 2. So if you take the 2 and just enter, you get the 5, right? Oh, here it was 4 actually, not 5, because see 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 twos. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get answer 5. Now, after making this basic clear, how to use exponential function and log function, we will go to the actual finance equation. Suppose, now I will simplify this equation. A is divided by P is equal to, now this is entire base and this is N. Suppose if you want to calculate that you want 50 lakhs rupees. Okay, I'll keep just 5,000 for simplicity. You can imagine for 50 lakhs. So 5,000 rupees for the child education, and now you have only 1,500 to invest, and you are going to get 12% return. How many years it will require? So this is what I can say. This is amount you wanted. Now we are seeing the finance. Okay, so this is amount. You want 5,000 rupees. Now you have 1,500 and at the rate of 12%. So this is a return. So you want to understand the time, how many years it will require. See, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 variable, 3 are given. So what is the uh, fourth variable? How many years? Now you simplify this equation. You simplify this equation by using this. Now here, what you will do, this is the base. So I'll put values here. Maybe starting here. A is what? 5,000 rupees. Divide by 1,500 equal to here 1 plus 12 divided by 100. It is rate percent. It is you always divide by 100, and then you have n at the top. Correct. So let's simplify one by one. Okay, first, 5. Why I'm wasting this time? Because this time to explain, because these are the basics and you will never learn uh, these basics if you are not learning it now. So I solved this one. Now here I will solve the other one, uh, that is, this will be 1.12. Okay, 1.12. Why? Just see, if I take this, then this is an addition, sum. This will be divided by 100, so it will be 1 plus 0.12. 0.12 cause, yeah, because 12 is divided by 100, and this is 1.2. And now you can write this. N is, we have to find it. So here what you got, that the value, that is number, then this is a base, and now this is exponential. So you can use the function of log, number is this, comma, function is, base is this, and just find out. You will need 10.6 years. Now this answer is this one, 10.6 years to get 5,000 rupees. And this is what simple application is used by fund advisor to calculate how many years you will require and how much amount you will take, and for etc etc. This is a very simple Excel calculator. They will show a geoting check and make things complicated. Everything is based on this simple calculation. So we have discussed how to calculate return, how, how to calculate uh, time as well based on the apron equation. So what I was showing here, the application of exponential function, exponential and logarithm. This is a logarithmic function. Exponential is when you take, let's say I want to find out. Now I'll just clear this one. Exponential is very simple. Let's say, so suppose you want to find out 2 into 5. Okay, now this calculation is very simple. So this, everything can be done on calculator as well. We have all uh, 2 raised to power. When you press this button, this is at F6 in Windows. So F6 raised to power, 2 raised to power, and you get 32, right? So what we have done, we have done, we have the base exponent, and then we got the number. Okay, to find out the exponent, we use the log function. To find out the number, we use the exponential function, this, and we use log function. These are the simple mathematic tools we can use on Excel or as well as calculator. This graphs and line we are going to cover in the technical analysis. Arithmetic I just explained. I'll explain this now. Suppose we got the data of Reliance. As I mentioned that we download. What things we can do in this data processing? We can do the uh, average. Average is what we add all numbers and divide by total number of. So if you take the average, so these are the Excel functions. So if I take the average, we can just take entire data up to here. It is G50. Okay, this is average. This is average price in last 1 year. I took closing prices for demo. Average is also called as mean. I can find out the median. Okay, I'll show what exactly median as well. Median means uh, use the function of median, and you can take the same data is uh, G2 to G250. This is the median. We can take the standard deviation. These are the functions. Take the standard deviation P, not S, P for entire population. And take the G data of this to 250. Okay. We found the standard deviation as well directly. Now I'll tell you what is a median. Suppose we have data to show median. Okay, so this is the data uh, of age I collected today itself from all previous batches and current students as well. So you can see there are now 517 responses, age-wise data. Lowest is I guess 29 and highest is somewhere 67 or 68. Okay. Now this is age data. Now okay, written here. 28 is the lowest and highest is 67. This is the age data, and if we draw the entire curve. Okay, so at topmost is lowest is 28 and highest is 67, 65, or it was 66, 67. Okay, 28 is the lowest and highest is 67. So if we arrange all scholars as per age, so this is highest and this is the lowest. So 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 40, 41 up to 67. So if we arrange the data as from lowest to highest, whichever is the central value will become median. Okay, I can show in other simple as well. Let's say 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 16. Okay, so, and 21. So these are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will be the median value, median, central number, and this two will be the on right and left side. So whenever there is odd number, it is easy to find the central value. But if there are even numbers, let's say now here again 123 number. So median will be the average of these two numbers. It will be at the center. This is median. Now standard average is this. Okay, standard deviation, I guess you know this, but still I'll just immediately finish it. Let's say initially it is considered as a x value. Okay, or maybe I'll discuss this in later on when we start statistical analysis. But just introduction, this is enough. We are going to discuss statistical analysis separately at the time of learning volatility. So that time I will explain the standard deviation. But today you should know what is average and median, that you should know. So this was the basic uh, of technical analysis which we are going to study. Okay. So thank you very much.